Hello everyone, welcome to Serenity Colors and welcome to my happy place where I craft and color. Well, actually it's my dining table, so welcome to my dining table where I'll be serving you coloring and crafting videos. This is my very first time talking to you in a video and I know it's way overdue. But previously I couldn't talk much because my camcorder mic used to pick on the noises surrounding me and produce low quality audio. And two, I'm not really very confident about listening to my own voice, especially after a dental accident I had about 4 or 5 years ago that affected my speech abilities a little bit. And as you can probably tell, English isn't really my first language. But I think it's never too late to start breaking old habits and gaining new ones, right? And I couldn't think of a better video to return with than showing you my coloring book collection, which actually has outgrown its own shelves because even though I was busy with my degree and working, and I didn't really have time to color a lot, I was still purchasing books and collecting books that I see on Amazon. And yeah, so I thought instead of having to provide a one-by-one flip through, I will show you my entire collection and get the chance to finally talk to you and break the silence. Um, and yeah, and then I will return to my old routine and provide flip through videos of every book I own, so you can, refer to it in case you would like to purchase the book or not. Um, well, uh, unfortunately, there is only one thing that I will not be able to show you my entire collection in a single video. So I wanted to share that with you, but I think because my laptop can't handle editing a very long video, I will do it on smaller parts, which probably will be more or less than an hour. Um, and that's it really, although there's two disclaimers that I would like to mention. The first one is all the books that you will see are in this collection video are purchased by me or gifted to me by my family and friends. And English isn't really my first language, as I mentioned, so the second disclaimer is I apologize for any mispronunciation in advance. So that's it. Now I can start showing you without overdue. So I'll start now with this day by day calendar that is art therapy that features mostly Disney characters. And by the way, I don't know if I've mentioned it already, but this part and maybe the second part will feature mainly my French coloring books that I purchased from Amazon France. And this is the first one. It's a day-by-day calendar with a spiral binding, and it has, as you can tell here, it has the day and the month for all the entire year, and it has 366 images to color, basically. As you can tell, I tried coloring in it using a water color wash here, and it has, I don't know if you can tell from the camera, it has a little bit of a bleed through. So unfortunately the paper cannot handle, also here again, it cannot handle watercolor very well, but I'll continue trying watercolor anyway. Maybe I used a lot of water. And this is the first one, and it comes with a stand as well. I think it's called a stand, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong. that is with magnetic seal, I guess, and you can place it like this on your disk if you wish, but for me I prefer to just use it like a coloring book instead of having to worry about it as with the stand. So this is my first coloring book. I think it's a book. Next is not really a coloring book, but more like coloring bookmarks. And I have a collection of these, and they are mostly featuring Disney characters again, but except for two. And each book comes with 50 coloring bookmarks, and the paper of it is really way better than the paper you have seen on the previous day-by-day calendar. You can tell how thick it is. I mean, this is just a single paper, and it features, like I said, 50 bookmarks with Disney characters. And it comes with a glue binding here. So I'm really careful. I carefully open it because I get afraid that eventually all of them will just get loose. The next one, oh, I forgot to show you the size so you can know what we are dealing with here. So in comparison to a normal Amazon coloring book, the size of the bookmark is that big. Here, and the size of the day-by-day calendar is this big. And this is against an A4 coloring book from Amazon. Next, I have the bookmarks, the coloring bookmarks by, again, the publisher, French publisher, is called Hachette Heroes. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It also features Disney characters. And again, good paper with this glue binding. And as you can see, some of the characters are very patterned, as you can see, but you can ignore the pattern and color. Normally I've seen a lot of inspiring people on Instagram coloring it without worrying about the patterns, and I think I would do the same. It's a smart way of dealing with these intricate patterns. And this one mainly focus on classic characters from Disney. Also 50 bookmarks, and it comes at the end with a small cardboard piece, I think, for you to, you can use it to hold it together, I think. Next one is this one. It's called Princess, and it features again 50 bookmarks, and by Hachette Heroes again, same binding. And it's also patterned a little bit. As far as I noticed, I'm not sure if this is my imagination or true, but their most recent publications, I guess, has less patterns. So the characters like here, like Cinderella here, her clothing shouldn't come with a pattern in the new editions they are releasing. So this is a slightly an older edition. So it's a good change that they have adopted in their, in their art. So I'm all for it, to be honest, because the intricate patterns are a little bit distracting, I think. This one is a newer one, which you will notice the change in the patterns, that the main characters don't come with a pattern. I don't know, maybe I should show it like this because I feel like the light a little bit. You can tell all the characters are coming without so many details and patterns. So yeah, this is a newer one that came out this summer. And again, all of them 50 bookmarks, glue binding at the top there, and with a cardboard at the end. And they are all, of course, single-sided. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but they are all single-sided. This one, I don't remember if it's an older one that has been released this year or released previously, but it also has nice characters that are not very, not with the patterns that are a little bit distracting. Yeah, so this is for this one. Next we have the one that started the obsession with the bookmarks, is the Nutcracker, I believe is the translation here, from Disney also, and again by the publisher Ashet Heroes, and again single-sided glue and the cardboard at the back. And it has a Christmas theme. So it's really beautiful. The next one is, I think, either beasts, it's called beasts, or animals. I know a little French, but it's not really advanced level or anything, just I can understand some words. And it's again 50 bookmarks and Ashet Heroes. And like the previous ones, it has scenes here. I'm sorry about getting out of the frame, by the way. I keep forgetting that I'm using a different camera stand and I'm not used to it yet, so apologies about that. And there, it's also nice. And of course, single-sided, same binding. I think I mentioned that already. The next one is called Disney Messages, which features again Disney characters and 50 bookmarks to color by Ashet Heroes again. And all the messages are written in French, of course, because I grabbed it off Amazon France. So you can tell here. Here again. I'm not sure that blot of light, I don't know what to do with it. There. Yeah, so that's it for this one. I think this also, I think if my memory is correct, this one also came out this year. So. Last but definitely not least in the bookmark section is the Llama's bookmarks, and this one is the one that does not feature Disney characters. It's just llamas. I love animals, so I thought I like it. I thought I like coloring llamas because I have books that feature different animals, cats and dogs and unicorns and fish, but nothing is focused on llamas, and I thought it's a cute idea to have also llama specific coloring, bookmark in this case, and there's a coloring book that I will show you soon. And these are some of the llamas in it. It's a nice bookmark. You can color and give to someone, or you can color and use it, which I've plan to do most likely. This one, although it's a bookmark, it's not really intended for coloring. It's mostly a scratch pages that you, with a tool, you scratch. And although it seems to be a thick book, it's actually comes here with a small cardboard area that has the scratching tool. And I think you can easily replace it with a toothpick if you want a more detailed look to your art. And yeah, you can scratch, by the way, you can scratch the black and the gray, so you can choose either to just do the outlines or the actual black parts to give it the color without removing the gray. Because if you remove both, then the whole thing will just be a piece of colored bookmark. The pattern will not show. So you can choose either to do the gray or to do the black. So far I have done the gray with a different coloring, well, not current scratching book that also features cats. So it comes also with this protective piece of paper. It's quite thin. I'm sorry for hitting the mic. I don't know if that caused some noises to your ears. I apologize. So this one. Now I'll continue with the smaller colored books, but I don't know what to do with this light piece. I'm trying to move away the light, maybe that will help. I hope it's not too dark either. Now I have also smaller colored books that are a little bigger, of course, than the bookmarks, but still relatively extremely small. They are in comparison to the Amazon coloring book. This book will be usually, most likely, will be featured in a different video because it's not from Amazon France. So, the size of it, it's really tiny. Those books are very tiny, but I like them because they are, easy to travel with. They are not annoying. This book, as far as I can translate, it says either witches or sorcerers, and it features magical items and magical patterns, I think, as you can tell here. It's very intricate, and I think gel pen and felt, sorry, not felt tip, well, it's felt tip, but fine liners, the word didn't come easy. I don't know, I think I'm a little bit tired. Excuse me. The gel pens and the fine liners are perfect for this book, mostly because everything is so small and intricate, and or you can simply do a reverse carding. I also saw on Instagram that someone did a page. I apologize, by the way, for not saying who on Instagram, because usually when as I mentioned, I was busy with my degree, so usually when I look at surf on Instagram, I usually do it late at night before going to bed, so my brain is already busted and I can't focus on who's who. But if I came across it, I'll definitely mention the name of the person that inspired me to do this. Basically, you do reverse coloring. You put all the colors, let's say you want, and then you outline the pattern in your own, let's say black or gold or white, or however you like. So it looks nice. I think I actually did it myself once in a video. I colored in World of Flowers, and the video is up on my channels. You can check it. I colored the not the title page, but this book belongs to page. I colored it in that way, so you can go go and check it later if you wish. And the next coloring book in the same collection is this one. It's called Mystic, and I think it's again by I don't know if you can see, that's so small. I should leave, which I think, the same publisher as the bookmarks. And it features mostly mystic patterns, I believe, zodiac patterns, stars, and of course some sayings like the previous book, all in French. Yeah, again, it's so intricate. Like, for example, this one, you can go on it with a single color, or you can mix multiple colors, like, let's say a rainbow color, or maybe monochromatic shade. Like, you start with the light in the middle and go here to the dark and here to the dark, because the patterns are too crazy to color in this specific small size. So, this is a good book to practice. Different style, I guess, of reverse coloring. And again, I apologize for not remembering the name of the person who inspired this style, inspired me with this style. The next book in the same series is this one, which is called Cats. And again, like the previous ones, comes with a fold that has color names and a small description. I'm not sure what exactly it says here in the description, but if you're interested and you know French better than I do, you can read it. And at the back comes with a color wheel like the previous ones as well. And this one just again cats, but it has more simplistic drawings that you can actually color with normal coloring pencils or any really media. So it's a mix of both the intricate patterns and the simple line art. The last one I have from the series is this one, which I believe the translation is Kittens. I'm not sure. This one is actually my least favorite because it's all like this. Super intricate. But again, fine liners, reverse coloring are the best options here. It's actually a good thing if you are traveling. The next book I have is this one, again with cats. I like coloring animals. This one is called Cat Therapy, as I can tell, and it has 100 images to color for anti-stress. So, hard cover. Published in 2014, and it has more of these patterns. All cats. And each image comes with the name of the illustrator at the, the right page at the left side bottom corner. And these are the names of the illustrators. I don't like pronouncing names because I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, so I'll just point at it so you can read them. And these other books in the same collection. And this was this one. Next one is another cat book, and this one features only 60 images to color, and it's single-sided this time, so unlike the previous one, it was double-sided. And these are the names of the illustrators of this book, and it's by Hachette publisher. This is a quick flip through of the books, of course. Like I said in the beginning, I will later on put flip throughs of these books so you can, take your time to see each page individually. Yeah, this is this book. And I forgot to tell you the size of the last two books in comparison to an A4 normal Amazon book. This is the first one in comparison to an A4 Amazon book, and that's the second one in comparison to an Amazon A4 coloring book. It's relatively smaller size. Next, I have 3 color by number, or I can call them also coloring mystery, because that is technically the activity you do. Those are the 3 ones I have here. All 3 are, or at least all 3 I have in this size. Well, not 3, but the ones I have in this size that are coloring by numbers are messages mostly, and each one of them has 50 messages. This one is messages mystery, and this one je t'aime, and this one sweetheart. It's mostly love features apparently, and we can call them coloring mystery because really when you look at the pattern here, it's just a swirly, super detailed pattern that you can, with extreme focus, you can discover what the message says. But it's coloring mystery technically, because when you start coloring it, eventually you start revealing the pattern and discovering what was hidden in this swirly lines. And I'm going to show you all the answers, I guess, to those swirly patterns. But if you don't like to know the answers, or you like to discover the patterns yourself, like I mostly do, you can skip ahead. And this is the pattern. So yes, this is for the first one. The second one, the same idea. Basically, again, if you don't wish to know the answers or the solution of those patterns, please skip ahead. I'm gonna reveal it now. And the most recent edition, which was this one, is the same idea, also love messages hidden in swirly patterns. Oh, and of course, if you don't want to see them, please skip ahead. So that's the last one in this group. Next, I have these squared books by, again, the publisher Hachette, and some of them are featuring Disney characters, others are not featuring Disney characters, of course, but and with this particular book, I would like to mention that some of the, it's, I think, mermaids, I'm not sure if this is the translation, but at least mermaids are featured in this book. Some of the mermaids are without their shell, so if that's something you're not comfortable with, you can skip this book also and move forward to the, next book, I guess. So, and this is the illustrator. Sorry if I forgot to mention. And it's interesting because you have, not the typical mermaids you see in every book. There's a pregnant mermaid, there is a sailor mermaid. It's interesting. Pharaonic mermaids. Fun one. I don't know, Chinese or Japanese mermaids in kimono. Again, I think a pregnant mermaid and an interesting design mermaid. I don't know. I think I'm not sure which civilization these statues or these drawings are inspired by, but interesting drawings for mermaids as well. Activity here to make your own mermaid, African inspired mermaid. Indian ones, again Indian, I think. Probably Indian or African or Pharaonic. I'm not sure. Yeah, so you can tell there is variety. A Japanese mermaid in a kimono and all. Another one in a kimono. So yeah, this is for this book. And each of these squared books come with, one second, this section, which is basically a section that contains paper activities like cards and bookmarks, and you can color them and customize them however you like. And but as far as I know, the images in this section is also like already given in the normal section, so basically it's a duplicate. So this one should be here also again. And there. Yeah, so there are bookmarks and yeah, just bookmarks. Next one, which is also similar to the previous one, is featuring baby animals, and I think this one mostly features cats and dogs. Maybe other baby animals, I don't exactly remember. And the illustrator name. And cats and dogs and some animals like penguins and pandas. Some llamas as well. So baby animals in general. And again, the section with the bookmarks and cards. you know, the paper activity they have with the images already you have in the book, so you don't have to worry about cutting these and doing however activity you like. And this is it. I'm not sure if I already compared the size of this book to an Amazon sized book, but in case I didn't, this is it. So it's slightly bigger than the ones we had previously. Like this one, it's smaller, as you can see. So that's it for this one. Next, this is the Llama's book I told you about, and it's again from the same series, which is this one. I don't know how to translate it, but yeah. And it has original illustrations, and I assume that this means that it is the images in it are never seen before in any other book. I think, I'm not sure. If you know, let me know. The illustrator name. And there we have llamas. Some of them are with a little bit pixeled lines, and assuming it's for one of two reasons. Either, of course, it's a misprint, but this problem is actually repeated in multiple pages. Although, you know, let me show you. Like here, it's, if you see the llama itself, it's very pixelated, the lines, while the writings are very sharp. So I'm guessing that it is following a specific pattern of art. It is just, you know, intended to be this way. And the reason I'm having this assumption is I found this here, which is written in English. That what do you think about Nazak line, which is, if you know it, it's these styles, the style of art that is drawn on the ground in very large scale, and you can only see the whole image if you are really in an airplane or something, and yeah, or through a drone. And yeah, so I'm guessing they are trying to imitate the fact that it is, you know, scratched on the ground. So that's how these came to be, I'm assuming. So that's it really for this book. I'm sorry I was out of frame, so I'm coming backwards again. And again, the section with the craft, all the activities, crafty activities for the coloring books. And this is for that one. This one, I have a flip through on my channel for it. So I'm going to show you it quickly. It's very interesting also because all, I think it's called snow globes. All of the images are drawn inside a snow globe. So it's a very unique book. And again, it comes with these activities. You can cut and color, although I find them a bit too small. This one is kitties, of course. I'm obsessed with cats. This one is just featuring kitties. The illustrators. And there we have the cats. This is for that book. Next, I have their old style of making the books in this series, which used to come with a fold like this, and the cutout here, and this page is colored, and you close it like this, and the color appear here, unlike these ones, which is, you can tell it's the opposite almost. The color, the line art is here, while the line art is outside in this one, and the opposite with the colored art. This one is mostly for pattern lovers like myself. I like coloring patterns and I don't mind them. I know they are not a cup of tea of every person, but I like them personally because I enjoy looking at, sorry, not looking at, well, technically looking at the colors being spread in the white area. It's just, relaxing for me, especially when I'm stressed or under pressure or something. I find it easy to color simply by putting the color straight on the white area and watch it, spread and grow while your hand is working on it. Some sort of meditative to me, I think. And this is the illustrator of this book. Sorry, I'm not saying the names because I don't want to butcher the pronunciation, and I know I will, so. And there. There's also furniture if you are interested in furniture. And again, the images of the crafty activity part. The activity part. And this is for this book. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it, but all the books in this site feature usually 100 coloring pages, which is double-sided, so the book has 50 papers and 100 coloring pages. This one is also the old style of hasheteers or asheteers, the one that's just a fold like this and cut out. Angels and Demons is the name of this book, and it's a very beautiful book. I think it fits with the month of October for Halloween. And the activity section. And like I said, the activity section contained duplicates of the image that already in the coloring book itself. So, yeah. This is this one. The next one from the old style again is this one, which I think is called Festivals or Carnival or Circus. I'm not 100% sure. But it feels like this kind of book, but I'm not sure what does the translation exactly say. So, and again, like I said, these intricate patterns on, let's say, the ticket machine here or the ticket booth, you don't have to worry about them. You can easily just, I see a lot of people on Instagram just coloring as if these patterns don't exist, and you can color this in red or brown or however you like. Same with this, it's fun. You can color fun in black and just focus on it's fun. Again with the activity section. So, this one. Did I Did I show the name of the illustrator? I don't know, just in case I forgot. This is the illustrator of this book. Next, we have Zodiac, I think, and it's again with the old style. Here is the colored. Here it goes. It features mostly stars and, you know, Zodiac horoscopic images. And again, don't worry about the intricate pattern, just color however you like as if they are not there. And there is the activity section again. Even tags, and not only bookmarks and the cards, but also tags. So yeah, and it comes at the back telling you what is what. And I think it says here Chinese sign, and showing some animals like here the I'm not sure what is this, the sheep, I think, I don't know, and the rat, and the normal signs, of course. This one I bought it recently, and it is called Latino, from the same collection. And it again features 100 images, like they say here. On all of them, they say 100 images, or coloring pages, really. This one, Latino, it features mostly images inspired by Latin America, and I found it unique, so I picked it up. And it's actually a recent release. And the name of the illustrator, publisher is of course Hachette, and the illustrator. And these are the images. They're quite unique, I think. It almost looks like mandalas a little bit, but unique style. There's actually an image here that I love so much. I hope to find it and show you. This small, I don't know, city or village. It's so pretty. Yeah, so that's it for this book. It's the new style, as you can see, by the way. The fold is not there anymore. This one is called Stuffed Toys or Stuffed Animals, and it's also a new purchase, and it's a new style of print. The illustrator. And here. Here are mostly stuffed animals and stuff. Or cute things like this. Very pretty. Also. Nice one. Also, this one is so nice. Yeah, so you get the idea. It's just stuffed animals, I think. Yeah, and this is for this one. The last one that doesn't feature Disney Disney characters is this one, pop art, and I don't know why I picked it, but I felt like it's different from anything I've ever seen, and I thought I'll give it a go and see how it goes, because usually when you see something like this, and once it's colored, for some reason its beauty appears, and I thought I'll give it a try and see how it goes, if it's really something I'm into, because I don't 100% know. I'm sorry, I forgot to show the illustrator's name. So it's very different. And again with the activity part set for this one. Next I'll move to the one that features Disney characters. The first one and the most recent purchase I got was baby animals, or Disney baby animals. And again, 100 images, and I don't know if there is no illustrator, because I think it's Disney, as you can tell, so it speaks for itself. And it has all kind of animals, like cats and dogs, sea animals, wild animals, fantasy animals, and animals playing humans, I think. Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm sorry I had to take a break to bring this tablet holder so I can hold the books like this, because I felt pressure on my hand. While I was at this book here, Disney Baby Animals, which is my most recent purchase from this series. And it features these animals, as I've mentioned before. And there's a quick flip through of the book. And again, the section of the activities. And this is the back. Oh, I know they stand upside down when you put them like this. The titles is upside down, and I noticed that with all my French books, so I think it's how they print them. This is for this one. Next, I have also, it features, I think, Disney characters, mandalas. Also 100 coloring pages, and I don't know if there is an illustrator name. It's from Hachette Heroes Disney, Hachette Heroes publisher in France. And there is no illustrator again, because it's Disney, I think. It says mandalas, but I feel like it's more patterns and characters. And mandalas, of course, but you know, it's not focused mainly on mandalas. And it's divided into sections, as you have seen, some part for heroes, some part for villains, and so on. And the family duck. And so Donald Duck. And there is bookmarks, which you can cut, color and cut. Or just color, you don't have to cut. And that's it. Next, also from Disney, from this series, is Mickey and Friends. I also purchased it, I think, earlier this year or last year, at the end of the year. It also features mostly Mickey Mouse and the character friends. And again, because it's Disney, it doesn't have an illustrator. It's the publisher, though if you want is Ashet Heroes here. So the contents. I like this book the most, I think, from the Disney collection. I find it, maybe because I like the characters the most, I think I like it the most as well. And again, the activities section. And this is this one. Next, I have the Ocean coloring book. Also features Disney characters, but mainly, of course, underwater characters. And because it's Disney, again, there is no illustrator name. The only thing I can tell is the Hachette Heroes publisher. And there is the paper activities again here. And this is for this book. Next, I have Love Stories, also Disney characters and Hachette Heroes publisher. Again, no illustrator because it's Disney. The activities. And like I said, each of these books features 100 coloring pages. Next, we have Winnie the Pooh, and it's different in French. And the publisher, the same publisher as before, and no illustrator because, again, it's a Disney coloring book, so I think it's a given. And there is the bookmarks, and this coloring book is only bookmarks. Next, babies this time. Before it was baby animals. This time it's just babies, also Disney characters. And because this one is a slightly older book, you can see the character is coming with those patterns I've mentioned earlier. And the most recent ones, like you have seen in all the previous books, these patterns are less on the characters, they are mostly on the background. Here again, the patterns. But I like the book, so I thought I'll ignore the patterns and color as I see fit, I think. And there is the activity section. Small kit to personalize however you like. And bookmarks as well. Another bookmark set. And this is for this one. Next I have this Zoom, also Disney of course. Again, same publisher and no illustrator, because like I said, the illustrator counts as Disney in this regard. And the activity section again. Okay, next I have the villains. Again, Disney featuring Disney characters. So most likely there is no illustrator, only the same publisher. Like table of contents and the characters. And the bookmark section. Okay, this is for this book. Next I have the fairies and princesses, also Disney characters. And of course I assume there is no illustrator still because it's Disney. I think this is an older one as well because the patterns on the characters appear again. Here and here. Here. Here again. And the activity section. Last one I have from this collection is Disney Pixar Grand Classics in this size rather, not from this collection in this size as well. So again, the publisher and Disney, so no illustrator. And these are the list of movies featured in this book, or rather characters or images from these movies. The paper kit again with the activities. So that's this for this section. I think I'll stop here for this video, and I'll continue with the next video with the second part of my French coloring book. So the videos will not be too long, as I said. So hope you enjoyed this first part of the series, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you in the second uh, part and the following parts as well. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good day, and happy coloring, everyone. Bye.